In the quiet village of Eldamere, where fog clung to the hills like an old secret, there stood a lone, blackened oak in the heart of the forest. The villagers called it the Whispering Tree, for when the world fell silent at night, it spoke in hushed voice, murmuring stories only the wind could carry. No one dared to go near it, except Lena. She was a girl of quiet curiosity, the kind who saw stories in shadows and heard songs in the rustling leaves. One evening, as the sky turned to gold and violet, she followed the whispers into the woods. "Who speaks?" she asked, pressing her hand against the gnarled bark. A deep voice rumbled from within, a story long forgotten, buried in time. The ground trembled. From beneath the rough bark, golden runes began to glow, curling like ivy up the tree's trunk. Lena traced them with trembling fingers, and the world shifted. The forest dissolved into mist, and when it cleared, she was standing in an ancient kingdom where castles floated in the sky and rivers shimmered like liquid silver. Knights in obsidian armor rode winged horses, and robed figures, their garments woven with stardust, walked past her, their faces hidden beneath heavy hoods. No one seemed to see her. She had stepped inside a memory, a moment trapped in time. A regal figure, his crown carved from the branches of a tree much like the one in her village, turned to her as if sensing her presence. His eyes burned like dying stars. "You have found us," he said, his voice echoing through the world around her. The last secret of Eldermere. Lena barely had time to process his words before a sudden gust of wind pulled her backward, rushing, spiraling, dragging her away from the vision, and then silence. She was back in the forest. The tree stood before her, still and quiet. The golden runes had vanished. The whispers had faded. Had it all been real? She lifted her hand. Where she had touched the glowing runes, a single golden mark remained on her palm, and deep in her heart she knew the story was not over. It had only just begun. The end or the beginning?